Hello, students. Welcome to the sixth session of Why Do We Fall Ill? In this session, you'll be learning about where do microorganisms go once they enter into our body. The disease causing microbes enter the body through various means like air, water, physical contact, etc. Where do they go then? The body is very large when compared to the microbes. So, there are many possible places, organs, or tissues where they could go. Do all the microbes go to the same tissue or organ, or do they go to different ones? Different species of microbes seem to have evolved to home in on different parts of the body. In part, this selection is connected to their point of entry. If they enter from the air through the nose, they are likely to go to the lungs. This is seen in bacteria causing tuberculosis. If they enter through the mouth, they can stay in the gut lining like typhoid causing bacteria. Or they can go to the liver like the viruses that cause jaundice. This need not always be the case. An infection like HIV that comes into the body via sexual organs will spread to the lymph nodes all over the body. Malaria causing microbes entering through a mosquito bite will go to the liver and then to the red blood cells. The virus causing Japanese encephalitis or brain fever will similarly enter through the mosquito bite, but it goes on to infect the brain. The signs and symptoms of a disease will thus depend on the tissue or organ which the microbe targets. If the lungs are the targets, then symptoms will be cough and breathlessness. If the liver is targeted, there will be jaundice. If the brain is the target, we will observe headaches, vomiting, fits, and unconsciousness. We can imagine what the symptoms and signs of an infection will be if we know what the target tissue or organ is and the functions that are carried out by this tissue or organ. Let's see what are the common effects of infections. In addition to the tissue specific effects of infectious disease, there will be other common effects too. Most of these common effects depend on the fact that the body's immune system is activated in response to infection. An active immune system recruits many cells to the affected tissue to kill off the disease causing microbes. This recruitment process is called inflammation. As a part of this process, there are local effects such as swelling and pain and general effects such as fever. In some cases, the tissue specificity of the infection leads to very general seeming effects. For example, in HIV infection, the virus goes to the immune system and damages its function. Thus, many of the effects of HIV/AIDS are because the body can no longer fight off the many minor infections that we face every day. Instead, every small cold can become pneumonia. Similarly, a minor gut infection can produce major diarrhea with blood loss. Ultimately, it is these other infections that kill people suffering from HIV/AIDS. Let's see what are the factors affecting disease manifestations. It is also important to remember that the severity of disease manifestations depend on the number of microbes in the body. If the number of microbes is very small, the disease manifestation may be minor or unnoticed. But if the number of the same microbe is large, the disease can be severe enough to be life-threatening. The immune system is a major factor that determines the number of microbes surviving in the body. In this session, You have learned about organ specific and tissue specific manifestations. With this, we come to the end of today's session. Thank you and have a nice day.